Hello, it is Angie from TwinFinity. I know it's kind of foreign to see me doing my own video because it's been way too long. I actually looked back and the last time I did my own video without Rob was November 11th. So it's been a while. As I've mentioned in our joint videos, I have just been ridiculously tired since late November, December kind of time frame. And lots of reasons, mostly transmuting, clearing a lot of these energies before they were even, fully collective. And that's actually partly why I wanted to do this video. I'm doing this video twofold. One is because one of you requested to see some of the pretty stuff that I have been guided to buy. So I wanted to tell you a little story too and just explain what's been going on. And so you can too understand how we are so guided. We don't even understand sometimes how guided we are by spirit, by our angels, by our higher selves, all of it, right? We're connected to all of it. We are all of it. So just to give you a bit of background, when this whole pandemic thing started, back, at least for us, it was kind of early or sort of mid-March. Rob and I were just going to do our regular grocery shopping. This was, I think, March 12th. It was like a Wednesday or something. We were going to do our regular grocery shopping and the parking lot was packed that night. So Rob was like, you know what, let's just go check it out. Like, what on earth is going on? I mean, we had heard, things were starting to get weird, but we had no idea it was going to start this early. So we went in and the grocery store was just jam-packed with people and the lineup literally went almost the entire way on the outer edge of the inner store. You know how they always put the milk on the outest edge that you have to go to the end of the store to find? Way out there was the lineup. It was insane. And being highly empathic, I felt it instantly, and I was like nearly a panic attack, feeling all of the energy, the intense overwhelm of people. I mean, they were willing to stand in line for hours to get groceries because they were terrified of this whole pandemic, and they were thinking they were never going to get food again, which was the case with a lot of people all over the world. And of course, those of us that are empathic, we feel all of that. And I felt it so intensely that I said to Rob, I got to get out of here. I need to go home and calm down because I was literally very much on the verge of a panic attack. And I haven't had a panic attack in a long time. So we go out, I calm down, and then I'm talking to spirit in my head and I'm like, why didn't you prepare me for this? Why didn't you tell me this was coming or give me a heads up so I could prepare energetically? And this is where all of these pretty things come into the story. They said, we prepared you perfectly. So what's kind of cool is I don't even know what started it or why I was inspired to start, but I started going through the house months and months earlier, probably before Christmas even. And I started selling a lot of our stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Just little things that I wasn't using or didn't want anymore. And then of course, when you're on Facebook Marketplace selling stuff, then you end up finding pretty things that you want to buy. So I started buying all of these pretty vases. Can you see? And the reason I'm doing this video now is so you can see, look at all the sparkles those vases make. And let me see if I can get the other one. It's really exquisitely beautiful. It's heavy too. Bear with me. Look at how beautiful that is. And I was guided to buy all of these things. I don't need any more stuff in my house. Look at, they make polka dots all over the wall. It's crazy. They just put sparkles everywhere. So I started buying all these pretty things that we really don't need in our house, but sparkles and me, why not? So anyway, when I was asking Spirit that night, why didn't you prepare me better? They said, we have prepared you perfectly. They said, what we did is we guided you months ago to purge the stuff that's no longer energetically resonating with you and that no longer is of high vibration in your home. And then we've guided you to buy all of these pretty things that are going to increase the vibration of your home, since now with a pandemic and having to stay at home more, they will help you calm and have a peaceful energy since you're going to be in your home a lot. And I was like, you guys are brilliant. So I wanted to share that so you would understand too that you are probably, or had been and still are, being guided in enormous ways that you have no idea about. So if you're feeling, still at this point unsure through this pandemic, maybe you've lost your job, maybe you can't pay your rent, maybe you've lost your home, I send you the deepest compassion if those are the cases, because I have been there. I know what it's like to lose your home, everything in it, all of that stuff. I'm really hoping you haven't gone through that and you aren't going through that. But if you are, know that there's a reason. And even if you're not going through something that tragic and you're just, frustrated with all of this and you've had enough, like most of us had, and we're ready to get out of lockdown, and some cities and countries are opening things up, some aren't, and everybody's still feeling really frustrated, a lot of anger. I actually just had a message from my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, my late brother who passed away a couple years ago. And she was saying, like, what is going on? I'm usually an incredibly calm person, which she is. Like, my brother used to do everything he could to razz her and get a reaction out of her. And nothing worked because she's just super calm, super easygoing. And she's like, I'm angry, I'm resentful, I'm rebellious right now. Like, why am I so frustrated? And so I was explaining to her that, number one, she's an empath too. So I said, as an empath, you're feeling a lot of the collective's energy. So you're helping process and purge that. And I said also, number two, you're feeling it in yourself. All of these things need to come out. So don't be surprised if you're feeling anger, if you're feeling frustration, like she said, rebelliousness, wanting to say the hell with the system and the hell with the rules. I'm doing what I want. You can't control me. A lot of people are going through that right now. I have even had a lot of anger. It's kind of subsided now, but a couple of weeks ago, God, I was angry. Everything made me angry. Rob would come up to me and give me a hug, and that would annoy me. Like, just everything, forgive my language, but everything pissed me off. And so what's happening is we are helping to release everything that needs to go. All the lower energies, the lower vibrations, same with what I was guided to do in my house with all the stuff that was no longer serving my highest good, all of our emotions, everything that is holding us back from ascending has to go, whether it's stuff, it's emotions, doesn't matter, all of it's being released. So, sorry, my hand is starting to shake because I'm holding the corner of the phone so that I don't put my finger in the camera. I'm going to try holding it that way. So just a reminder, if you're feeling that, know that you're not alone, know that you're not crazy, know that you're not doing anything wrong. It's just part of the process as we go through continued ascension. And right now the earth, the planet, all of us are going through a massive transition. I've even been guided to start working with my cells in my meditation and helping them align better, higher, more deeper frequency. So we're being guided to do a lot of things, whether we're conscious of it or not, to help with the ascension. And maybe like me, you're being guided to buy pretty stuff like this because it helps your home. It helps the vibration in your home. So just wanted to give you a little heads up, wanted to just also connect. I've so missed you guys and my little videos with you, though, I'm still doing them with Rob. But as you can see, like still, I just look like, I can't get the tired look off of my face, and I kind of feel tired of feeling tired. But I've been given other insights as to what's going on as well, and I'll probably share that in another video. But we're all doing a lot of work. As light workers, this is what we're here for, right? So if you are like me and you're feeling exhausted, rest as much as you can. Eat high vibrational foods. Again, if you're like me, you're probably craving the sugar because it's an instant, quick sort of energy. But it actually is worse for us. It doesn't sustain. You get the high and then you get the crash and then you feel 10 times worse and then your body can't process it because it's low vibrational. So again, just a reminder, the high vibrational foods, whole foods, lots of pure water, all of those things. lots of rest. I'm going to stop this video soon, and then I'm going to start it again and show you some other stuff, and then we'll talk in a bit about some other things that you can do to help your energy if you're feeling low. But let's see, actually, one of the other things I wanted to show you, and I'll see if I can walk backwards and do this talentedly. I'm not really skilled at all this, but we'll try and make it work. I wanted to show you actually something else I was guided to do a while ago. If you can see that. This was inspired by one of you, one of our friends that we actually met here in Calgary for dinner. Sorry, now my finger's in the way. She had mentioned that she had a whole collection of heart-shaped crystals, and when I saw hers, I was like, oh, I want that. And at first it just was like a want, and then it became this thing where spirit was deeply guiding me, and they insisted that it had to be on a heart-shaped mirror, so that I thought was going to be a really hard find. I found a heart-shaped mirror within 2 days. Spirit helped guide me with everything. So I'll just try and show you. Again, this was months and months ago, long before the pandemic had even started, or, you know, we were aware of it on a global level. I was guided to buy all of these crystals, little at a time. It wasn't all instantly. And I had put this, I don't know if you can see this, the border on it. I just glued that on, and again, it's all iridescent-y. And it's been explained to me, iridescence is very high vibrational because it's like the color white. It reflects all the colors. So anything like that, anything crystal, anything iridescent is really high vibrational because it creates the prisms and then, you know, shoots the light out and reflects it back. So I was very guided to get this, even if you can see those heart-shaped crystals, the earth, air, water, spirit, fire. Hopefully it'll show in there. Neat story about that, how I got those, and just was guided to buy all of this, and then even that heart, or not the heart, the love mirror. Again, I was very guided to get that, very guided as to where to put it in front of this so it reflected all of that. So just showing you this, number one, because they're pretty, and some of you asked for that. You were like, show us your pretty stuff. But also to tell you, you know, the deeper reason for it, the reasons why we're guided to buy these things. So if you're feeling like you want some of this stuff and you're thinking, oh, I don't need it, it's just more stuff, trust, you know, maybe even ask spirit, is this my ego or is this my higher self? Is this spirit guiding me? Because there might be a very intentional reason that you are being asked to do these things. Speaking of which, just since we're here, I just noticed this. How can I do that? There, that heart-shaped thing. Why don't I just go show you? I actually just got this not long ago. There used to be here, and it's like a reflective kind of picture. There used to be one of a tree, and when you'd move, it would like show as the tree with leaves and then show the tree without leaves. It's one of those, I can't remember, 3D pictures they're kind of called. I was guided to sell it. I'd had it for many, many years and didn't even know what I was going to put here for the longest time. This wall was just empty. And then I saw this picture, again, Facebook Marketplace. I sold my picture for 10 bucks. I got this one for 10 bucks. So it was a complete swap, didn't cost me a single dollar in the end. So again, like this stuff doesn't even have to cost you money. If money is a struggle right now for you, you can sell what you're not aligning with and buy something else that you do align with. So of course, you know me in hearts, and then it's when I don't know if it'll show it properly now, but it'll actually turn to one heart on the beach, and then it'll reflect as two. It's really cool. So just some thoughts, some inspirations that have been coming to me that I wanted to share, and sending you guys so much love through all of this. I really hope you're doing well. I hope your energy is staying up, that you're still doing well considering all these changes. They don't feel good in the midst of them, but trust me, this is all for a higher reason. There's so much beauty and benefit going on behind the scenes of all of this, and there's so much sacredness coming out of it. So keep finding the positives if you can, and we'll get through this. We are getting through this. It's not that we're going to, we are. So I'm sending you guys so much love, but I am going to be back. I'm going to stop this and go into our bathroom and show you some other stuff in there. So I will be back in a second. Bye. Okay, I'm back. I had to show you this too because, again, Spirit in their wisdom always has a higher purpose, even if we don't understand it. So behind me, I'm, by the way, in my bathroom. There's our bathtub. And I'll explain some of this stuff in a minute. But up on this ledge used to be a 5 sort of bridge candle holder that my ex got a long time ago before I was with Rob. And as I was going through this buying and selling inspiration thing, I literally walked through the entire house and I'm like, what have I had that I'm not even resonating with? And that was one of the things. So I got rid of that, and then this whole shelf above the bathtub was empty. So I thought, what am I going to fill it with? Well, the first thing I did was I filled it with, you can see the crystal. I don't know how to do this so well, sorry. the white crystal thing in the middle is my bath salts. What I do almost every night, I don't do it every night, though it would be beneficial if I did, is I sit on the ledge of the bathtub and I soak my feet. I have a little, if you can see it, little, of course it's pink, bin there. And what I do is I put half and half Epsom salts and baking soda mixed together, which is what's in that little white thing up there. And I just take a scoop of it, dump it in my little bin and put some hot water in it, soak my feet. So I was guided, since I do that most nights, that I needed more reflective, pretty stuff in my bathroom too, to have a high vibrational energy in here. So little by little, I was guided to buy these pieces. I did not get them all at once. These are old party light pieces that apparently used to be very expensive. This one, brand new, I think is 50 bucks. I got it plus another piece for $15. And then these I got for $3 each. I have 2 of those. And then this one I've actually had for years. Had no idea it was even party light, but it matched the rest of the set. Now, if you remember if you watched I think it was our last question and answer video, the one we did out in Canmore in the mountains, I had been searching for months for that mirror. That's what actually started this whole thing. I saw that mirror. Somebody had it advertised and I was gonna buy it and I didn't. And I missed out and then I could never find it again. Well, I finally found it, and I won't tell you the whole story because it's in our other video, but I ended up getting that for free. Spirit gifted me that, and the lady that was selling it. I'll see if I can show you a little closer. So again, I was guided to get that because it reflects all of the energy. So as I'm sitting here at night, soaking my feet, all that high vibrational energy is helping align me, helping to keep the house high vibrational. So we might just as our human self think, oh yeah, I'm buying pretty stuff. But Spirit had a whole bigger intention for it all. And just as in a little aside, maybe sometime I'll do a video about the routines that I do. So while I'm sitting here, I'm soaking my feet, and you can see there's the mirror behind that reflects all of this. So I intentionally did this too, so that I could see it not only in front of me, but also in the mirror behind me. But one of the things I do at night when I soak my feet is I do oil pulling, if you're familiar with that. There's my coconut oil. And then I write in my gratitude journal as well. So that's just a little aside to say that you can multitask. So you can do a bunch of things at once to take care of yourself. So I soak my feet, I do my oil pulling, and I do my gratitude all at the same time. Because time is of the essence for some of us, but it doesn't have to be, right? We can do lots. So anyways, I just wanted to share some stuff with you. Give you some high vibrational, fun, pretty energy things, and the Spirit's higher guidance behind it all. So sending you guys so much love. I miss you. I will someday be back to do more of these when my energy is not exhausted all the time. But in the meantime, thinking of you lots, and we will connect again. Bye for now. Well, I thought I was done, but apparently I'm not. I'm gonna have a lot of work to do splicing these all together, but that's okay. I realized I forgot to mention one thing that, or actually two things, that I'm probably gonna get comments and questions on, so I might as well just address them now. So first of all, I was talking about buying and selling stuff, and some of you may be like, I'm not buying stuff used because there's energy, there's other people's energy, and I can't handle that. And I get that. I've had a friend that was like that. She just totally could not do used stuff. Personally, I love it. Rob and I often go, well, we do when we're not in the middle of a pandemic and the stores are all closed, but we love going to, for us it's called Value Village. I don't know if it's in the US or other countries, but it's a thrift store and there's just fun treasures to look through. So I'm used to buying used stuff. I prefer to because that way they don't get thrown in the landfill. You know, there's enough stuff in the stores that are new for other people to buy. I would prefer to buy used and save it from being thrown away. But being sensitive to energy, what I do when I buy something used is I bring it home and I sage it. So that's to answer the question of some people who are like, ew, what do you do with all that energy if you're sensitive? I sage my stuff, clothes, anything and everything. What I often will do if I am not sure about the energy on it, but most of the time it's high vibrational because otherwise I wouldn't be attracted to it, first of all. But if I'm not sure, I won't even bring it in the house. I'll leave it out on the step and I'll bring my sage outside and I'll just do it outside. So that answers that question, hopefully. There was a second question I was going to answer and now I already forget. But hopefully it'll come to me when I tell you my other quick story here. I was just the other day found this set of things. So cool. If you know me, you know I love angels, and if you know me, you know I love hearts. Put them together, oh my god. So I don't need any more oracle cards because I swore I was done buying them because I have enough, but these ones are special. Look at that, guardian angels on the bottom. Isn't that appropriate? That's so appropriate. I did not even plan that. And it's pink. Oh my god. Someday when I bought these just the other day, I said to Rob, I'm going to go on live someday and just pull cards for you guys. We'll just have a fun time pulling cards because I think that would be a blast, especially with these ones because they're arts and they have nice messages. But the cool thing is, this is what I wanted to say is, again, when you're buying and selling stuff, if you're guided to, like I have been, know that when you're guided to buy something, it's because it resonates with you or it's meant for you. So the energy on it will be high, at least it should be, and if it's not, no big deal, you can clear it. But the cool thing about this that I bought, we drove up to this lady's driveway, and immediately Rob's like, oh God, you're going to be there for a while because her license plate says healer. And I was just like, that is so perfect. So I go to the door, and also just to clarify, because we're in socially distanced times right now, everything that I'm doing with buying and selling is totally socially distanced. I usually, when I'm selling stuff, leave it out on my front step, and people are just trustworthy enough to just leave the cash in the mailbox, and then I go pick it up and wash my hands. It's all good. But this lady and I had a socially distanced conversation at her front door about the fact that she, like me, is a medical person. She, like me, does Reiki. She, like me, connects with angels. So her stuff, I did not come home and clean it because it did not need it. It was very high vibrational already. So that's just to say that if you're drawn to something, you're probably drawn to it because of the vibration. So don't worry so much about, oh my God, like I'm buying you stuff. If you happen to be, it's all good. You wouldn't be drawn to it if it wasn't for you. And if you need to clean the energy off of it, that's okay. Just sage it, smudge it, whatever. It's all good. Anyway, on that note, I will leave you for good this time. Love you guys. Bye.